Drum roll, please. Now, entering stage left, the one, the only, you know him as the Spirit Box, Rob!
The Spirit Box.
We're back with our little experiment that's been going on for 2 years.
So it's not really a little experiment at this point.
It's a long-ass experiment. It's a big experiment. Anyways, I want to say that this was not bad. It was actually, it tasted like a good bourbon.
Yeah, it did.
But it was still very it has the characteristics of not fully aged. It's still rough around the edges maybe, right? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of that.
Lots of that and...
Lots of the barrel, but not in the way that you think of with something that's been, I guess, what's the right word, professionally aged?
Yeah, professionally aged. Which actually, Mo tried it. And he was like, he didn't exactly know what was going on.
Yeah.
And he said that he would put this along the line. Like if I just gave this to him,
yeah,
he would easily put it in a solid $35 level bottle.
He's being real nice.
Damn. Julian, the master distiller for Giant, suggested whenever we asked about a few things and pointers of our integrity, like physical integrity, so we didn't put in our bodies something that would harm us. He suggested that if it was too much and too intense, we should put it through a Brita filter. So we're gonna filter it and see what happens. All right, guys, are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it. We know we've gone through a natural level of filtration simply by using charcoal.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna just pop it all in there. I would be really interested to see the color that we're gonna get from this. Because when we filter it, when we did the first filtration through coffee filter,
it kind of cleared a little bit.
It did a little, but really it looked the same. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It was mostly the same. So I'll be really, and it takes a minute through the coffee filter. This is faster, and I will be interested to see.
I kind of feel like it looks clear already.
It does. Well, I thought this last time, but it's partly I think it's just because there's not as much of it has gone through yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're right. It is already looking clear. And it's quite quick too, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. A few moments later.
12 hours later.
Salud.
Salud.
This is not sponsored by India.
We just love them very much.
Mm-hmm. I still feel that it's a little bit clearer than it was.
Yeah, which isn't necessarily what we're going for.
No, but
it doesn't matter.
Observation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It looks lovely, right?
Lovely.
You know what's funny? I don't think I'm going to remember exactly what it tastes like last time to be able to tell how much of a difference this made. We should have kept a little bit of it. Please, sir, may I have some more?
Chocolate, still lots of chocolate.
Yeah.
Very chocolatey.
Yep, very dry.
Mm-hmm.
Like chocolate that's like 99.9%.
Cacao.
Yeah.
Cacao.
Cacao. Yeah.
This is the weirdest thing. Let me pour some whiskey out of my Brita. My water jug.
You might have a problem when your Brita water jug is full of whiskey.
We should do a commercial for like there.
Yeah. Do you drink whiskey out of your Brita filter with breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Then you have a problem. Okay. So we've got our juice. We are filtered through the Brita. I will go ahead and say, in my personal opinion, same color.
Same color.
Yep.
I feel like it's a little bit less, like a little bit more filtered out.
Let's see. Well, I do think it tastes different.
Yeah. Actually, I feel like it tastes more bitter.
It is more bitter. It's less dry, but more bitter.
More bitter, lots of bitterness that I don't think I enjoy that bitterness anymore.
I think that this is smoother, but not as tasty.
Yeah. It stripped away a lot of the caramel notes and
Yeah.
the chocolate notes, I think.
It did.
Remember when we just had those drops? It was like, oh, this chocolate bomb once again. And now there's no chocolate bomb.
No, it's really weird. This is a testament that things can be smoother, but not better.
I mean, yeah, I do get now some of the chocolate, but it's not, I don't know, it's like that bitter end that it has.
Yeah. It is really interesting, though, that did make that much of a difference that you could instantly recognize. There's that trend going around where people are like aerating or Brita filtering like tequila or something, because it'll make it taste better. But that's the common misconception, I think, is like just because something's smoother doesn't mean it tastes better. We look at vodka all the time. It's super smooth, but it doesn't taste like anything. It all dissipated a lot quicker than it did before, but it also had less of that chocolate. It had less of those kind of unique complexity notes. It's almost like this is not what we just did at all, but it reminds me as if we had put this product that went through a pot still originally through a column still. A column still makes things very purified, but it doesn't have as much congeners or flavors as a pot still. And that's what this kind of did to it. It took a lot of the flavors away, but it did make it honestly more approachable.
Yeah, I feel because what you do whenever you are aging something in wood, you're incorporating oils. You have your soluble and non-soluble elements that bring that, that bring that complexity. But whenever you strip, I feel like through carbon, you strip that a lot more.
Yeah.
And, maybe that's why it was so bitter in the beginning, because of the activated charcoal that was in there that probably stripped too much.
Maybe. It's interesting. That could be it, because we're doing a lot of things backwards. We're like, we're talking, this is all post-distillation, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Like this spirit had already been distilled when we took it at its raw form.
Because Jack Daniel's is first charcoal process and then maturation or aging.
Yeah.
Instead of aging all to like doing. Yeah.
It's weird. We are doing like the steps you would do at a different point in a whiskey making process. We're doing it post process because we took a white dog and then you went from there. You took that and built it out from there.
I don't know. I'm not as excited anymore about it, but that's what we do.
We got to experiment. If we don't experiment, we won't learn and we won't know.
And luckily, I have another experiment coming. I have another bigger sample that you saw that we still have to filter and do all this stuff. But
will be interesting. What if we built a cocktail and then ran it through the Brita?
The cocktail itself?
Yeah, just to see what happens.
Yeah, you want to do it?
See if that changes. Like, take a sip of the cocktail, pop it in there.
I feel like, what shall we do? What cocktail are you feeling?
Oh gosh.
Maybe Peychaud Bitters Montenegro and
the old. We don't even have a name for it yet.
No, we don't have a name.
Our Classico.
Yeah. Or what do you feel like doing?
I think we need the drink that's going to go through here is probably best off being something that's not citrus based.
Yeah.
So stirred. We could go with like a Boulevardier, or we could go with like a.
Let's do a Boulevardier because it's got this kind of bitter and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's do a Boulevardier.
We could do that. Yeah.
Actually, let's build it in here.
We can, or we can use a
proper. No, let's raw dog it.
Let's raw dog it.
Campari. You have Vermouth?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but not. I have Bianco only.
We gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah.
This is just probably a new experiment.
Yeah.
So it's not a Boulevardier anymore. Let's see what happens if we use Carpano Bianco in this mix.
Okay.
Don't do it at home, kids.
Don't try this at home.
Oh, we still
unless we taste it and it's really good, then you can try it at home.
We still need a jigger.
Do you want one with 2 5s or?
Just that one.
Big one?
Yeah, because we're gonna do 1 ounce of each.
Ooh.
You wanna bring some ice, honey?
Oh, everything around, yeah.
Yeah. That's what happens when you're not the bartender.
Oh. Is this enough ice to cool you down?
Yes. See, whenever you're out like in the wild and stuff, that's how you make a freaking cocktail.
Yeah, this is a no tool cocktail.
It's like you're camping, you're out somewhere. As long as you know the basics of bartending dilution. See, I know I have enough dilution there, so.
Oh man, I can get you a strainer at least, you know?
No, today remember we're raw dogging it.
All I'm gonna taste is your fingers.
It's part of the yeast.
Oh, gross.
Let's run it. Okay.
So we've got our camping style, no tool, Boulevardier wannabe.
My finger is your tool now.
With your fingers in this glass.
Yes.
And then filtering in the Brita is the same cocktail. So we're going to have a before and after.
I feel like whiskey's still coming through the... You see how the color is? Look at that color, dude.
It might be. The Brita's like, I haven't been used in years, and now you're going to put all this crazy in me?
Okay, let's try.
It's fine. Very drinkable cocktail.
Very drinkable. If you gave me this as a Boulevardier, I would be like, oh.
The sad part is I've had worse ones at a bar with real tools and stuff. Like, this is on the fly with very little tools.
What you don't know is that the bartender makes a difference.
Oh, I do know this. I do know this.
But, I mean, actually, this is very,
good.
very good.
Yeah.
So, also we confirmed that Bianco Vermouth works very well in a Boulevardier.
Yeah, it's great.
Which is not even a Boulevardier. I mean,
this,
you know.
There's very little about it, I guess. That's technically a Boulevardier because of how much we've changed, but at its core.
Actually, you know what would be a cool chance to another lesson, another kind of like geek moment. When we were at that event that we were talking about, a permission whiskey, Brent Falco, the amazing girl from Fernet and Carpano and Puntimes, that's it, right?
Yeah.
So I actually learned that day that both white vermouths and red vermouths and sweet vermouths, they're all made from white variety grapes.
Yeah.
That I didn't know before.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, that's very. I mean, all this time until that, I was that days old when I learned that sweet vermouth is not made from red grapes.
So you still learn things in your 60s.
But anyways, yeah, I think this is great.
Yeah, I do too.
Gorgeous. Oh,
Let's pop our top off and see how we're doing here. Yeah, I mean, it's mostly...
Let's try that one. Give me a little bit. Look at the color of that thing now.
Yeah. It's like a combo of that whiskey and
everything.
Yeah, and a cocktail. Well, it smells a lot more like whiskey. I do feel like there was some of it in there, wasn't there?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of whiskey.
It's still in the filter.
But still, it tastes good.
So we've got no actual answer to whether the Brita filter, putting a cocktail through it, makes a difference because there's so much leftover whiskey in the filter right now.
But you know what? It tastes pretty interesting.
It's the same thing though that I noticed with that first one. A lot of the flavors are stripped away, but it's lighter
and approachable. You know how this was?
It's more like airy.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Has more room.
Yeah, there's a lot more room in your mouth. I don't know if I think that's a good thing or a bad thing. I can't decide. Oh, we can't take you anywhere.
I'm gonna refrain myself from saying anything.
Oh.
Well, this has been fun, guys.
Yeah, exciting stuff.
Yeah, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and
to his channel.
Our channel. He's part of this. Anyways, no, please subscribe. Give us some comments and some likes. Hit that notification thing. Please help us grow a little bit so we can bring you more beautiful things.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Salud.
Adios.